is we have to automate the links. So if there are links, a group of links or entire web page links, so how can you validate them whether they are working or not? That is what the scenario we're going to see today. And if you open a LinkedIn website, a particular section link, you can validate each and every link is working or not. Let me go here. So linkedin.com, and here in the bottom side you have footer links are there. Those footer links you need to check one by one whether that is working or not. And here it is, the home page. You have these links or these links. So these are working or not. You need to check each and every link. I don't want the entire page links. Only particular section links we need to validate. So how can we validate particular section links? So that is what we are going to verify now. And first of all, this is the one section, general section. You have to identify this general section, and then from this general section you have to fetch all these links. So only from particular section you have to fetch. So I already given a code for this, how to fetch particular section links. Okay, so I'll install selectors hub here. Selectors hub for Firefox. Selectors hub for Firefox. An extension to Firefox. Add to Firefox. Okay, so I have added here. Then catch that. Open this selectors hub, and I'll just inspect first. Then later we can take it. So we want this, right? Let's get this selectors hub. Yes, selectors hub. We got it. And you can see here only this section I want it. See that? This is that link. You can copy this. So div1 it is saying, and you can copy this. Basically, this section I'm identifying. Maybe to div class directory list and slash div1. It is starting from here. So then it will identify first div. There is a second div also. If you want this div also, you can calculate this div also. Okay, so then I'll start UL. UL represent that entire section. So from UL you can start it. So UL, that I'll write this. So XPATH, which represent the even relative XPath also you can write here. You can write your own. So why it is going down? Okay, so I'll leave this. I'll go to here, logging in. I'll sign log out. I'll log out this and sign out. Okay, now you go to this one, inspect element. The inspect control F. I'll write our own XPath here. Basically, this is the one, but first div. See, first div only it is. So UL from UL to ULLI. So first I need to identify entire this section. So UL bracket @class equal to first section I'm identifying. See that when I put that, first this section is identifying. But there are 4 with this. But if you don't mention any indexes, it will recognize the first one. So the first one I identified. So that's the code. Let's start writing that. Okay, so is it open? Still not open. Okay, so done. Let's create a class. So I'll put a separate package, links example. First view the package, links examples. So LinkedIn section link. So I'll copy this. So whichever is till this, and I don't think so, but okay, let's take it till here. I'm going to reuse all this code. So just change this URL to LinkedIn. You can copy this LinkedIn URL and then validate the page title. So what is the page title? Just go up, head tag. Head tag inside we have a title tag. Look for the title tag. So many link tags. At the same time you can find, say this is the title tag. So copy this title tag and give it here. Then I need to identify general section link. General section link. The entire section I am identifying by XPATH, and we have written the XPATH. So what is that XPATH? This is the one we have written. Entire section I identified. Okay, entire section. And now from this section, we need to fetch all the links. What is the next step? Fetch all the links from general section. So it returns a list of elements. List web element. So section links equal to, and this element, not driver. You have to use this parent element inside child elements you are fetching. This parent element dot find elements. Find elements by dot which elements? Your links. You are targeting links, right? So that's why links. Which tag will be there for links? By dot tag name, a tag will be there. So on that parent element, how many A tags are there? All of them fetching and store in this collection. So import the list collection now. So this find elements always returns a list web element. This is the return type. Then the collection name equal to the parent element dot this one. Now we got all the elements, right? Okay, we got it. Next, what we need to do. So each element I need to validate. What is the each element XPath? This is the tricky part and understand here. Even I will enable this selectors hub. So what is the XPath it is giving? Let's see this. Selectors hub is giving correct format, fine. But it is not giving what we want. So what we want, it is not giving. It is just using normalized space. So this is not going to help you. So we have to write our XPath. See that? I'm going to write just spy on this one. Spy on this one. Okay. So this will highlight, right? Just right click. You have a Chrome will give you automatic XPath. That is the right XPath for us for this scenario. Copy XPath. So copy XPath after, what you can do, you can analyze these things. You need to analyze these XPaths. How to analyze this XPath is, let's see this. Why I didn't copy XPath. So that this is the XPath you got. So this is the UL-LI1A. Next, second element. Analyze at least a few elements so that you will get a better idea. So what is happening? Copy XPath. Copy XPath. So analyze the second link also. Can you observe where this is changing? The third also you analyze so that you will get some idea. You will get some idea here. Right click, copy XPath. Now can you tell me where it is changing?
After LI1,
LI3.
LI changing. So that means LI is changing. It's remaining all fixed. So same XPath, what you can do, even I can shortcut this. I'll remove all these things. Okay. UL onwards, I'll start it. And at the rate class, we know that class value, directory list, right? So directory list, this, the UL. So this directory list, you copy, or you copy this entire. Now this LI3, LI2, LI1, This is the one it is changing. I'm shortcutting my XPath. I'm reducing the XPath. See, 1, 2, 3, it is changing. But this is dynamically changing, right? I cannot give each and every LI1, LI2 like that. How many links are there? That many I cannot do. Then what I can do, I can parameterize this XPath. So what I can do, I can parameterize this XPath. So how to parameterize the XPath? So parameterize. Parameterization means what? Parameterization means what? Wherever the value keep changing, that value plus what we are going to keep, one parameter name we are going to keep, right? So how I am going to parameterize this is, see that, take any one. So this value I need to pass some variable. How can I pass? This is the how we need to write. Double quotes plus I plus double quotes. This is the how to parameterize. Now I value I will pass from loop because I know the my number of links collection. I know the collection. So collection size I can get. Then I will iterate all the links, right? So let's start with iterating this collection. First understand it is changing the only one place. Such kind of links, what you can do, you can parameterize them. So I'm parameterizing and iterating with int I equal to 1 and I less than section links dot size plus 1. Why plus 1 I am giving? Because we have to start with 0, but we are starting with 1. And that is the reason I'm adding one more element here. And I plus plus. Generally in the collection, elements will start with first, right? First element onwards. Size method. Okay. Now we are iterating. First, I'll fetch the link text. So link text, how can you fetch? Link name equal to driver dot find element to by dot XPath, the parameterized XPath right here, and pass this I value. So this parameterized XPath, you place it here. So remove this. Now this has to recognize as a variable. Now get text method you have to use. So this is the program we need to parameterize, and I got the link name. Okay, I'll print this link name. So I link name is just printing link name. Same way I want this link URL I want. How can you get the link URL? How can you get the link URL? Yesterday only we have done. How can you get the link URL?
Get attribute href.
That's the answer. Get attribute of href. So as it is this code and just fetch dot get attribute of href. Yesterday only we did, and still you are forgetting one day. That means you are not at all practicing. See that I am going to use this line several times, and then link name URL is plus URL variable plus URL. Now I need to click, right? Every time I need to click this link. So I need to click this link. See that I'm validating these links. So whether they are working or not, I'll click it. It will go to next page. I'll come back again. Second link. This is what we are doing here. Validating. Next. So validating. Next. So go to each and every link and validate. You can validate. Next. I can validate like this. All the web elements one by one. All the web elements one by one you can validate. So this is what we are doing here. So I need to click on each link. So now click on each link. So this is the one I'm going to call. I'm going to click on that link. Again, after clicking, what I'm doing there? I'm coming back, right? So how can you navigate back to previous page? How can you navigate back to previous page?
Driver.navigate method dot back.
Driver.navigate method dot back method. So this I am using second time, I think. And here, so I'll wait some time. Maybe I'll fetch that page title, right? I clicked it. So I need to wait for that, right? Wait until expected conditions dot URL contains. I'll take URL contains, I'll give the URL. See, each, okay, URL is not the same, right? Every time. URL contains maybe the link partial might be there. You have to observe, and it's not going to work out. And so let's see how this sign up is there. Yes, sign up is there. And the link name, but all the link names are there. We have to see that. So then I'll just give link name. Let's see. If it's failing, it's okay, but we'll correct that later. Otherwise, we'll comment out this. Then fetch that URL contains, right? That URL you fetch. How can you fetch the current page absolute URL? How can you fetch the current page absolute URL?
Driver.get absolute method.
Get absolute method.
Get current.
Get current absolute.
Current URL.
Current URL.
Get current URL. That's what I'm saying. Keep writing the methods, then you won't forget. Why you are ignoring that? All others are silent. At least only Lakshmi and Sri Lakshmi and Govardhan only answering. I don't know what about others. They're not practicing at all, I think. Without practice, no use, right? Just attending in the class, not at all useful for you. Dot get current URL. Even you can fetch the title of the page. I'm going to fetch the title of that page. Fetch the next page title. Every time page title will change, right? Link name current page title. How can you fetch the current page title?
Get title method.
Get title method. So get title method you have to use. So then I'll navigate back. So this is the test case we are writing. So I'll just wait some time. Thread dot sleep. Give 3 seconds. After for loop, I am giving this. After for loop, I am giving this. If it is still not sufficient, we have to give here itself. So navigate back after you have to give. Close the browser. How can you close the browser? Driver.quit you can use or driver.close you can use. Anyone. So let's run this test case. That's it. Particular section links, how to fetch. Only that links you are validating. How can we validate them? This is the scenario we are doing now here. So what is the reason for failure? Okay, still running. Let's see what is the failure. So timeout exception. See that timeout exception. Expected condition failed. Waiting for URL to contain sign up. But here sign up is in lowercase. But here is sign up is in uppercase. So that this is not going to work out. We have to comment out. Line number also it will tell. See that. Line number 52. See, this is the one. I'm doubtful, but it is not working. And that too, gaps are there, but here gaps are not there. So this is the gap is not there. So you got the link name and sign up URL is this one. So you are getting the sign up URL also. And but in that sign up URL, so in the URL itself, I think URL you can do that. Contains URL, I think. So see that contains URL will work. URL you can put it here then. URL contains, but extra is there. But let's see. I'll give URL. So let's try all these validations we have to put. Otherwise, how do you know you reached on the same page? So let's try it out. Okay, we commented out. Okay, fine. See, my browser didn't close because before the close quit method, that method is failed. This is the problem I see in the Chrome browser. It's not working. So what is the exception you see? No such element exception it is saying. Okay, it's not going back. So I have to run this in the Firefox browser. Firefox browser, I need to run this. Let's run on the Firefox browser. This I'll take. There's a lot of problems will come. You have to find out the solution for that. So now echo driver is going to work out. Each and every link it is validating. Right? Done. So developers, see till developers you got it. So 7th link, that current page absolute URL. So that page and developers current page title is this one. So each and every page you are getting here. See that. So that's the how to automate this and run the test case. So that's you can validate a particular section links. So first you need to fetch those two things. Okay. So the next one is, so let's go to that scenario section. Maybe you can try second section. Okay. That's an exercise for you. Let's move on to automation scenarios. Here we have a lot of scenarios. So let's try up one by one. See, top 35 inspirational movies. These things I'm giving exercise for you because I already given here the complete XPaths all. Complete XPaths. What you need to do, I'll just explain. I have to see whether you can do or not. Okay. So this IMDb website. In this IMDb website, here see so many links are there. 250 links are here. Okay, 250 links are here. In these 250 links, each link name you need to fetch and URL you need to fetch and tooltip also you need to fetch. That's it. You don't need to do anything. Just you need to fetch the URL and tooltip. That's what we need to do. And let's spy on this. Let's spy on this. So you can easily catch this, right? You have to analyze first table. It's a table. It's a table. The table and class is there, and data color name attribute is there. You can use any one of them, and you can write your XPaths. So each link is one row. Here see TR, TR1, TR2, TR3 means each link it will represent. So this TR you can construct an XPath. See that TD and then TDA. So TD after A is there. So A will give you the link name. If you want year also, you have to give TD span you have to give. So year also you'll get. So this is the one you have to find out. And the URL you need to fetch. So I want for each link, the text name you need to fetch, URL you need to fetch, and what is the next thing? Tooltip you need to fetch. So this is the exercise for you. So you can construct XPath. I have already given XPaths here. You can see here. So top 250 links XPath. This is the one. But this is the whole links it will fetch. Use this XPath, fetch all of them into a collection. So you can write list web element collection name equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath. This XPath you give, all the links will come and store in the collection. Then you iterate. So while iteration time, the parameterization I have given. This TR1 TD2A. See, TR1 is the TR, first TR and second TD. Second TD only the link name will be there. TDA. So that's why I have written this XPath. Already the XPath is written. This XPath also I have given. And you need to iterate this. That's the exercise for you. And second, top 35 inspirational movies. So what you need to do here is the another exercise. Both are exercise for you only. You want to see how many people will write this. So launch this URL. Okay, launch this URL. I given XPaths here already. You don't need to do common XPath to get all the links into list is this is the one you use to get all the links into collection. So list web element collection name equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath. Find elements you have to use it. Driver dot find elements by dot XPath and get all the links into collection using this XPath. Then the parameterization here. I already given parameterization. So this XPath use to iterate each and every link. So first you will get here collection, right? Collection name. Then use a normal for loop to iterate to this parameterized XPath. And what you need to do here is every link you have to click. First you fetch the link name and link URL. Then you click it. So the same way how I did now. So the same way how I have done, you have to do the same code. No change at all. Then it will go to next page. But here, this name will be in the title. Movie name is in the title already. Then you can validate that. You can validate that. You can validate that. So this link, this movie link is there in the title or not. So once you click after, you check the title is are available already here, or you can write directly wait dot until expected conditions dot title contains the movie name. You are fetching already movie name plus this extra title you give us. So hyphen IMDb, you need to write extra. That is what you need to do that. Okay. So I want to see how many of you are going to write this program. Okay. That is the one. And next one is and iterate. Last elements, all the links you iterate. So this is the exercise for you. Next one is I want to write a broken links. So broken links code we have to write. Broken links, how can you find? What is broken links? A broken links means in the web page, some links are not going to work out. They will throw 404 error page. So how can you find out a broken links? And that is the code I'm just going to explain that. So let's see. I'll take from here all links related. So broken links test. This is the website. If you open this, you will get a 404 error page. That 404 error page not found. I want to find out how many are there with this page not found. How can we find it? So that is the code we are writing here. See, what we are going to do here is, I'm going to write a one reusable method. So this is the reusable method. Private static. That's why I was telling we need to know how to create the methods. Static void verify active links and string URL. You need to pass the link URL for this method. It will validate whether that is active or inactive link. So for that, we're using URL UL equal to new URL. This is the URL is a class in Java, which is available in java.net package. So that I imported. Then I'm passing this URL for this URL constructor. Now HTTP URL connection is a class in Java, which is available in java.net package. It's an abstract class. So this is an abstract class. So this class provides a lot of methods for us. This class provides a lot of methods for us, and that is an abstract class. Abstract class means you cannot create object, right? But I can return that to abstract class object. So the UL means this one, this object, UL dot open connection. I'm opening that URL. Then connect to that URL, HC dot connect. Here is, you can see typecasting we did. Because this HC of type HTTP URL connection, but this UL dot open connection is not a different data type. That's why you are typecasting. So HC dot connect method you do. So it will connect to that URL. And you get the response code. Int response code equal to HC dot get response code. If it is returning a 200 status code, that link is working perfectly. So string response message HC dot get response message. These are return type methods, these two from this class. So from this class, these are return type methods. If response code equal to 200, then you can say the URL is active and working fine, and print that response code and response message. Response code will be 200, working links, and OK message will be there. Else if response code is 404 and that URL is broken, not working, then you print that response code and response message and disconnect from that URL. Then catch block I'm just writing. So this is the try catch blocks I'm writing here. So because it is throwing IO exception, post declaration also I have used here. See, try catch blocks we are using once again. Now this is the one. Now I can just what I can do. I'll launch this URL. Maybe let me take the Google search, this Chrome, because it will change Chrome path. This exe path will change. I'll just copy from there. New path I'm just giving. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm opening this URL. Take my CC .com 404 is the quiz. That is, I'm opening and I'm verifying the quiz title. Then see that try catch block. First, I'm fetching all the links from web page. How can you fetch all the links from web page? I have given already this line of code: list web element link list equal to driver dot find elements by dot tag name A. How many A tags are there in this browser? All will come and stored in this collection. Now I'm iterating this collection with a for loop. For the data type of this collection is web element link colon link list. So then first fetch the URL of the each link. URL equal to link dot get attribute of href. Any link URL you want to fetch, so this is the method you have to write. Then you got the URL. If URL dot contains, so the small formed URL is something you are getting, and URL contains null, and continue, then verify active links list. So this will verifies. I'm calling the method. I'm calling the method. So that method it will give you. If a driver is not null, close that browser. So this is the complete code we have to write for the broken links code. This is the fixed code. In the interviews, most of the times asked question. So write the broken links code. Just keep clicking here. You can see here. See each link is what is the one, whether it is working or not. If any link, so this link is not working. Some null pointer exception we are getting, line number 54. So null we are getting, but we are given null, so it's not accepting that. There is a null in the URL. So this URL contains a null. So I'm asking if null contains, and I'm asking to ignore it, skip it, but it's not skipping. That has to skip, but it's not skipping. That's the problem here. Okay, fine. So this is all the how you will get like this. See, status code 200. Okay, response message. If it is not working, 404 status code, and you can file a bug for this. That's what we are going to do. Which is 404. For that thing, you file a bug. File a bug. Go to your Jira tool and file a bug for this link. This link is broken. That's easy, right? Instead of you are validating each and everything, clicking and doing another unnecessary waste of time. Just run the test script and it will give you the report. So this will be applicable for any website. You just need to change your URL. That's it. Remaining code is as it is. Oh, you need to change a single line also. So maybe this page title will change from this website, but remaining code is as it is. You can use. No change at all. Okay? So that's our one broken links test case. And there is a broken images also. Broken images means that image might be broken. It's not working. Then you can use this broken images. I'm using broken images. This website has so many broken images. Or we can go for one more website also. I'll give broken images. That these are all broken images. These images are actually it should show image, but it's not showing. It's a broken images. See, the image is not showing here. See, the image is not showing. Even you can go to Heroku app. Go Heroku app, this page, and there is a broken images. And this exercise you take up. See, broken images. You can do this also. I'll do this one, broken images. Same code, there is no change at all. So any one you can use, and I'll use this one, broken images link. Otherwise, I can click on this, right? So that I can add one more step. Click on broken images link, and it will go to this this one, broken images link. Otherwise, you can use that dzone thing also. See, list web element image list equal to driver dot find elements by dot tag name img tag. So how many images are broken? You will get it. Then for web element img colon the collection name you give So string URL, you get the image source. You're getting image source here. img.get attribute of src. The images are going to have src attribute. So that attribute you are getting. So system.out.println, you're printing if URL is empty, continue. Otherwise, call the verify active links. And this URL you pass it. So this is the same. This method is same for both. So that I'm calling here. So just run this test. Almost both are similar. Only to fetch the links you are using a tag, but to fetch the images I'm using img tag. To fetch all the images in this web page, I'm using img tag. So that's a simple thing. If you catch, it will be very easy. If you're not catching this logic, see here and here. For links, I used a tag. For links, I used a tag. For images, I have used img tag. That's the only change. Other than that, nothing. See that it will find out how many broken images are there. See that 2 broken images are here. One is working. See that? You can see here. This is the broken image, not found. Not found. These 2 images are not working. This is the one image. This is another image. These 2 are not working. So that what you can do, you can file the bug for these 2 images. This is the broken images thing. And maybe if you want to test with that, so the GitHub, the dzone, and this one also you can try it out. Whether it is too many broken images, right? You can try it out. Hero app already there. Comment this directly and remaining you run it. That how many broken images are there, it will catch that. Just URL you need to change, that's it. Okay. Now you go there, see that all are 404. Some are working, are broken, all are broken. See that. So is broken, is broken, is broken. Everything is broken. This is how to find the broken images. You can also see, right? You cannot see the image here. See all these images, it is validating. In this web page, how many are there? Everything it is validating. Anything working image? Nothing. All are broken, broken, broken. That. So here 1 is there. 1 and this is the 2. And some of them are working 1. But remaining all are broken images. Broken images. The images are not working. So that's how to find the broken image. This the code is fixed code. This is the fixed code. You don't need to change anything here. As it is, you can do that. If you want to response codes, many response codes will be there. 200. Let me show you that class. In the Java, we have HTTP URL connection in Java. So go here. This is a HTTP URL connection, the class abstract class. See public abstract class HTTP URL connection, which extends the URL connection class. And here you have a lot of methods. So many methods we have here. You can get all those methods. You can explore these methods. Let me see. See, HTTP accepted 202. HTTP bad gateway. This is a message 502. HTTP status codes. These are all status codes. All 200 series are successfully processed on the server side. 500 series means there is a problem in the server side. That's why it is throwing 500 errors. And 400 means there are some issues in the client side. That's a 400 series it will come. HTTP bad request means the 400 status code. So 201 means it is created the resource in the server side. 403 forbidden and 411, 301. All 300 series are redirection related. The URL is redirected to some other. That's the one. 204 no content. Content is not there to return for you as a response. And 404, see the one, HTTP not found. So this is the one we validated now. 404 not found. 501 not implemented. 200 okay. This is the one I have taken now. HTTP okay. And then I call this method get response code method. There is a get response code method is there. So disconnect method we called, and then I called get response code. Get response code. gets the status code from HTTP response message. Get response message gets the HTTP response message, if any, returned along with the response code from a server. These two methods we called, and disconnect method we called, and connect method. There is one more connect method also there. So it is used to connect to that thing. So these are all the methods we have used. So HTTP URL connection, one constructor is there. Okay. So you have to pass the URL. That's what we pass that URL. Open connection method also. That URL connection we have. So this is the code I have written using this method we developed this. See that this all from HTTP HC dot get status code, get response code, get response message. This is come from HTTP URL connection object I'm using, calling all those methods. And this open connection method is from this URL object reference. URL class, this open connection is there. And then I'm disconnecting after each link. First I'll connect, then I'll disconnect once my validation is done. So this is the one here. You are connecting to the URL. Here you are disconnecting that URL. Next URL you pass. Next URL also it will validate. So that's how it is verified. Okay. So this is the main important points. Please focus on these areas.